section is first is the public awareness, and the other one is the scientific teaching, that is the biology. Must be biology action. So still the public awareness, that is no more about
use of mass media to increase public awareness on the benefits of the use of mosquito nets. Information, education, and communication.
Anyone from back? I hope you're not sleeping. Okay.
At the elementary school level, about how to protect malaria, what is the causative organism of malaria, and so on and so forth should be given, because every child from the elementary school level should know that malaria is a dangerous disease, actually, because of the plasmodia. The plasmodia can be spread by the female mosquito. The male is our friend, of course. So how to protect malaria should be taught deeply in starting from elementary schools.
Yeah. I think the government should rather tackle the issue of, preventing rather than finding solutions to the problem. Education on how to keep clean sanitation. Yeah, prevention rather than, cure.
Okay, well, we have a lot here. And what about if we were to finance this? What would the financing be?
Yes, on top of what my colleague has just said, I think I appreciate what USAID did in Tanzania and Arusha last year. They funded the construction of a mosquito net factory in Arusha. So on top of the education and others, I think a production of nets within the vicinity.
Yeah, actually, in the future, they needed the more now, and they didn't have it.
Yeah, in terms of finance, I feel governments should concentrate, should devote enough resources for industrial development in the area of what the last speaker said. Yes, factories. In this case, it's not only Africa now. All those areas where malaria is endemic, all those governments are concerned.
I think in developing countries, political accountability must be there to implement program and policy in effective way. I think this is a very important aspect. Political accountability.
Sort of like what he said about whether we can believe in government or not.
I want to ask one question regarding these developing countries' condition. I have seen one thing, if some international bodies or anyone distribute this kind of mosquito nets around $10 or like that, somehow it is extreme poverty is there. What they do, they just sell it to a market, $5 or like that. Because I think before implementing this kind of things, this is related to so many things. Like you should reduce the poverty. So basic thing is food and shelter and all these things. Then comes to this. What happens? We will do in scattered manner. just we took one national level campaign to distribute mosquito without having the proper mapping of that condition of that particular area, like whether poverty is there or whether drinking water is there, like that. They used to take the basic amenities by selling that particular what you have distributed there. So it's I feel it's a networking thing we should go, not in a scattered way. So first you map that particular map the particular area with the problems and all these things. Slowly or gradually we can adopt this mosquito net distribution. Otherwise, the campaign will fail totally in developing countries.
That's why the political accountability is key.
So, you are mentioning about political accountability as well as knowing the local conditions efficiently so that community can be connected with that problem. Okay, the most of it. You see that there are more things that something that is happening. Yeah, I think that's
I want to make one point out one case study, small thing. I want to point out. Yes.
So finish one point and then go to this. Sorry.
There one campaign is there to distribute this auto rickshaw, like that is public conveyance in a village. So everybody has the auto rickshaw in a village. Nobody is there to just get taking the like nobody is there to get a ride on the auto rickshaw. So they don't have that campaign earlier mapping that if I distribute all of them these things in every house they have their auto rickshaw like that, because how they can go for this
Yeah.
kind of
So
thing. So
it's actually the naive notion of the local country can contribute a lot of money and then save the world. It stays a gap.
Yeah.
Huge gap.
I have one more comment actually. I think the innovative and developed scenario of a world like global village may be a thought for the present environment, because the developing countries should not always have the habit to look for the help from the other countries. The problem is that this should not be continued, this should be discouraged for self-sufficiency. And for that, the media is playing a very important role, because the communication skills are developed already, IT is developed already, and everywhere there is the scenario and the facilities of the media. So the most important thing is to educate the people, and I think for education it doesn't require the more money. Through the media we can educate. For instance, in Pakistan we have one experience of safe drinking water. The water is also, waterborne disease is the main problem in developing countries. That can be used as an example. We are educating the people through the media that you just boil the water and drink it, not to rely that you need a bottled water. So that is very effective mechanism now established in Pakistan, that people after the media use are getting awareness that only to boil the water is a remedial measure to drink the water safely. Similar way, malaria can be cured if we can educate the people that you just make your clean environment yourself, and to avoid that the malaria can be spread over, and to make them protective measures yourself, not to rely always to take the pesticides or medicines and the nets whatsoever.